At the end of 2019, I lost over 30 pounds and have kept it off since then, aside from having my daughter in 2022 and my son in 2023. And here are some things that I would recommend keeping in mind when losing weight. And this applies for any type of diet that you're on. I happen to be plant-based vegan. I've been vegan since 2014, but whether you are or not, whether you are following any type of diet out there, these are some universal truths that would be very helpful to keep in mind on your weight loss journey. One is that I know different things work for different people, but regardless of what you're following, it can work. But can it work long term? Are you able to keep doing what you're doing to lose the weight indefinitely? So if you picture yourself 10 years from now, do you picture yourself eating the same meals you're eating now for 10 years? Or are you thinking, oh, there's no way, this food is so boring, or I'm so hungry all the time, or I'm having to count calories and weigh and measure, and this is taking so much effort. I don't know if I'll be able to really do this forever. Now, that's definitely something worth asking yourself, because if you've ever done dieting before or had the yo-yo diet experience, it's not fun. It's not fun to put in all the work to achieve some results, be proud of those results, feel great in your body, only to not be able to maintain that and gain the weight back and maybe even more on top. So in order to have the lasting change, you need to be able to eat the type of foods that you're eating now indefinitely. And that requires you to enjoy the meals, be able to make the meals easily, and be able to afford the meals. Sometimes people are buying really expensive supplements and really expensive protein powders, and then maybe their circumstances change and they can't afford, $700 a month on all of these things. And that was part of their plan to keep the weight off. So that's going to lead me into my next point, which is that repetitive, simple meals are a shortcut to weight loss. So if you've been following my channel at all, or my what I eat in a day videos, my meal examples, they are very simple meals. I don't even call what I have recipes. Like, I have a weight loss guide with food and meals, but I don't even like to refer to them as recipes, because they're really just putting simple foods on a plate. Something as simple as some rice or some potatoes, a handful of chopped up salad from one of those organic salad mix boxes, and some chopped up tomatoes, or a handful of chickpeas. Very simple foods, very simple seasonings, a drizzle of balsamic glaze, or maybe a little bit of soy sauce, something like that. I like to keep it really, really simple, because that's what works for me. I don't want to have to put a ton of effort into my meals. I don't want to have to follow recipes, need 30 ingredients, or have to have all of these cooking gadgets at home, mixing and this, that, and the other. No. I like to keep it super simple and just something that is just easily repetitive. So even if I'm traveling, I can try to, make these same meals on the go. And simplicity is really, really key for sticking with something long term. So I definitely recommend that, regardless of how you eat and what you eat. Keep it simple. Number 3 is that eating at home will always win over dining out. A really simple way to help yourself fast track weight loss, or get yourself into the flow of, losing the pounds consistently week after week, is to cut your dining out and your ordering takeout, or your food delivery, all of that, pizza, all that. So the reason is that the restaurant's goal, they're a business. Their goal is to make you enjoy the food so that you want to order more and that you want to come back and eat there again. Their goal is not in line with your goal, which is get healthy, lose the weight, and achieve your weight loss goal. So just keeping that in mind, they are going to use combinations of oils, fats, lots of salt, sugar, and whatever else that has lots of calories in it, just to make you really enjoy that food. Because serving the very basic, simple meals the way that I eat, it's very rare that you're going to find that type of food at a restaurant, unless you are kind of customizing things, which I also share how to do in some of my videos. But dining out, and also you'll save a lot of money. Whenever I dine out, like, it's usually just for a birthday or an occasion. I do enjoy going out for sushi once in a while, because that's easy to do without all the added oils and such. But whenever I'm dining out, I can't help but think, like, say the bill is $100 or something. I just think to myself, okay, that was a nice meal, whatever. But I do think of, like, how many groceries could I get for that? How many bags of vegetables could I get for that? And that's just the way that my mind works. But dining out has its place, celebratory events, things like that. But when it comes to weight loss, if you're serious about your weight loss, and I'm an all or nothing person, when I committed that I was going to lose that weight and I was just going to go for it, I just was like, what's the easiest way for me to get there? The simple meals. I need to know what to make. What do I need to buy from the grocery store? It needs to be doable for me, and then I'm just going to stick with it every single day until I get there. And so dining out is just a distraction, something to throw you off track of those goals, in my opinion. Next, number 4 is that if you mess up and gain some weight back, you are not a failure. Please don't throw in the towel. Like, it's very important that you are compassionate with yourself, that you are loving to yourself throughout this weight loss journey, because we don't live in a society that is conducive to you being your healthiest, most vibrant, thin, beautiful version of you. We don't live in that society. We live in a society where you go to the hardware store and there's candy bars and chips being offered at the checkout. Like, why does that need to be there? Everywhere you go, there is chips, there's candies, there's cookies. It's very difficult to just go and find a smoothie somewhere or at the checkout. Is there fresh fruit being offered at most places? No. Or is there chopped up carrots and hummus everywhere you go? No. It's fast food, it's junk food, it's packaged and processed food. And so, the world is not set up to make you achieve these health and weight loss goals. So when you find yourself, at the at the bottom of a bag of Doritos and you are beating yourself up, don't give up. Start again. Start with your next meal. Make it a healthy option. And I always think of this as experimenting. What doesn't work. If you find yourself failing, maybe there's something that needs tweaking. Maybe you're just going way too low calorie density, or you're not getting enough sustenance in your meals, and that's what's leading you to wanting to binge on the junk food. So if you kind of remove yourself from the emotion of weight loss and the feeling of failure or messing it up or why can't I just get this right, remove yourself from that, detach from the emotions, and look at yourself as like a scientist experimenting. And so when you fail, ask yourself, like, whoa, what happened? I said I was going to stay on track for my 2-day weekend getaway, and I ended up overdoing it like crazy. What could I have tweaked? What could I have done differently? And if you constantly just get yourself back on the wagon by looking at this all as an experiment, being kind and loving to yourself, and just saying, no matter what, I am going to get this right. I am going to get this weight off. And I'm determined, and I'm not going to beat myself up. Instead, I'm going to hold my hand through this process. I'm going to be my own loving weight loss coach, and I'm going to be my own best friend. And I am going to make this stick once and for all, and I'm going to do it. And so that's just a really important mindset, is a huge aspect of weight loss. So having that right mindset is just going to make the journey that much more pleasant for you as well. Lastly, the other thing to keep in mind, regardless of how you're eating, and this is a really important one, number 5, is that oil is almost 4,000 calories per pound. Oil is the most calorie-dense food that you could have, and this is regardless of, olive oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil, flax oil, whatever oil, it is very, very, very concentrated in calories. So you could be saying, but I'm eating so healthy. Why am I not able to lose weight? Well, if you're drizzling lots of oil all over your salad, or you're making rice stir-fry dishes and you're putting lots of avocado oil that's healthy and all of these oils on your dishes, or using dressings and sauces without looking at the label and seeing how much oil is in that item, or if there's any oil at all, because I recommend removing all oil from your diet, all added oils. And it's kind of just like a fast track to weight loss, because if you currently are consuming a lot of oil and you remove it, the calorie density of your meals is going way down, which means you're able to eat the same volume of food, sometimes even a larger volume of food, and you're consuming that many less calories per bite without even noticing it. Meaning you're not going to be hungry, you're going to be satiated, you're going to be full. You don't need to eat just lettuce. You can eat filling foods. You can eat beans, chickpeas, lentils. You can, if you want to have some nuts here and there, which have the healthy fats a lot of people are concerned about, fine. But remove the oils. Remove the oils. It's such an easy thing to do to reduce the calorie density of your meals. All right, I hope that was helpful for you. And if you're new to my channel, I literally have probably hundreds of videos showing simple meals that I've made over the years. So check those ones out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.